We are in 9th program now. Okay, so the 9th program is same commission problem. So commission program code remains same. As I've told you, now we have written boundary value analysis, we have done equivalence class testing, we have done decision table testing. So this is another kind of testing that is known as data flow testing. So for commission problem, they've asked you to write the data flow testing. Okay, as you can see here, program remains the same. Understood? So data flow testing means, so in every program, we will declare certain variables. So those variables, from where it will start, where we have declared the variable until where we are going to use it, that is shown by data flow testing. How the data is going to flow from which is assigned to a variable in the program, that is being shown in data flow testing. Understood? So here we will use predictive method, we will use computation method, and we'll write definition usage path. Only that much you have to write. So we'll do one by one. So first thing, as you can see, you have to write the program. After writing the program, first step is you have to number each and every line. Okay. If you can see, I have numbered here. Can you see this on the screen? Okay. So ash include stdio.h is first line. Main is second. Third line is open braces. Fourth line is declaration of stocks, locks, barrels, and sales. Fifth line is commission. Sixth line is we are asking printf statement. Seventh line is scanf statement. Eighth line is we are trying to execute if statement, like that. So you have to number each and every line. So totally whole program you have to number. So there are about 30, I think that is gone there, around 31 lines are there in the program. Did you get it? So first step is write the program and number each and every line. Understood? Okay. After numbering the line, what you have to do is normal test cases you have to write. How we have written normally: test case ID, input is locks, stocks, and barrels. You have to calculate the sales, and you have to write the expected output, and you have to write the status. You have to write the test case report. Normally, what you have done in boundary value analysis, same thing you have to do. Only in data flow testing, you have to show how data is flown in your program. Okay. So for data flow, what you have to do is you have to put this column. Okay. Here you have to assign each category to the table. That is, make 3 rows and make 3 columns, and you have to write line number. So totally there are 31 lines in this program. So in the first column, write the line numbers like this, from 1 to 30 or 1 to 31, as you can see. Clear this much? Clear? Okay. Next, second column and third column, you have to write PUs and CUs. Okay. PUs stands for predictive usage. Okay. CUs stands for computation uses. I'll repeat again. PUs means predictive uses. CUs means computation use. So in predictive use, you have to write those variables. Predictive means as the word suggests, prediction. So in the program, your if loop and while loop, do while loop, all these are predictive uses, predictive variables. Predictive means they will yield either true or false in the output. So those are called as predictive variables. So those kind of variables which you have used in decision statements like if statement, or if you have used it in while statement, or if you have used it in do while statement, you have to write that in PUs. In what line number you have used those variable as predictive variables, you have to write. Again, computation use means if you have used those variables for computation. Computation is if you have done any kind of computation, arithmetic computation, or some Boolean logic if you have used, or if you have done arithmetic, if you have applied arithmetic operators, if you have applied logical operators, if you have applied relational operators, then you have to write those variables under CUs. Clear? Okay. Now, one by one, we'll see how many variables are there in the program. See the program now. We have declared lock, stock, barrel, and sales as variable. So 4 variables are there. Which are there? Locks, stocks, barrels, and sales. Okay. Then next we have declared commission. So totally there are 5 variables in the program. Variables are to which you can assign the values. Okay, those are variables. So total in this program you have 5 variables. They are logs, stocks, barrels, sales and commission. So these are the 5 variables you have used in the program. So variable you can use anyhow. You can use this variable directly, or you can put it inside any loop, or directly you can perform computation. So that where you have used for prediction, where you have used for computation, you have to write. That is your PUs and CUs. Now we'll start one by one. So see here. So we'll see PUs now. So if you see PUs, which are the variables? Log, stocks, barrel and commission. P means what? Prediction. Prediction means what? If you have used these 5 variables, that is log, stock, barrel, commission and sales, these 5 variables, if you have used inside any loops, wherever there is going to be a decision like true or false, if there is any logic like that, then it is called as predictive usage. Now see, in line number 8 and line number 9, in line number 8 you have used if loop. Can you see here? If loop. So inside if loop in line number 8 you have used logs, stocks and you have used barrels. That you have to mention. Understood? So in line number 8 we have written for predictive use, we have written log, stock and barrel, because I have used those 3 variables inside if loop. Are you getting it? Are you understanding what I am trying to tell you? Okay. Next variable we'll see. Sorry. Next variable we will see. So in 8th line we have used if loop. Next coming to 9th line is open flower bracket. 10th line we have not used any if, while or do while. In 11th line again you can see if sales. Can you see this? This is line number 11. So inside inside if loop you have used one variable, that is sales. So you have to write it. You have to write here. So in line number 11 you have sales. Clear? Line number 11 you have sales. Understood? Okay. Now again you have to go back to the program. Go back to the program and see. After line number 11 you have line number 12 is close flower bracket. Close flower bracket. Then you have direct computation in commission here. Then again we are closing the bracket. Again in line number 15 we have else if. Again this is going to yield us true or false. So again it is a prediction usage. So in line number 15 what variable we have used? We have used sales variable. So again under PUs, under line number 15 you have to write sales. See here, line number 15 we have written again sales. Understood? So again we'll go back to the program. We'll go back to the program and see if there are any other if else loop. So you don't have anything else here. Next you have, after else if you have commission calculation. Again you have only else. If you write else, it is not computation part. Else means if all these are false, it will directly come to else. You should have if condition. You should have if, while or do while. Inside those, if you have used any variable, directly you have to write under PUs variable. You have to write it under PUs. That is prediction usage. So for this program, prediction usage variables have been used only 3 times. That is twice inside if loop and once inside else if loop. See the next page. Next page also we don't have any else, or sorry, we don't have any if loop, while loop or do while loop. Directly statements you have, so PUs is over. Okay, understood? Now we'll come to CUs. CUs means, as I told you, C stands for computation use. Wherever you have used these 5 variables for computation, you have to write those variables under respective line numbers. So computation means, I told you, you can use it for any arithmetic computation, it can be any relational computation or logical computation, you have to write directly. So we'll go to the program. Once you go to the program, see, this is all declaration from the beginning till here you are going to declare. So where you have done the computation, see line number 10 here. Line number 10, you have sales is equal to log into 45 plus stock into 30 plus barrel into 25. So this is one type of computation. What kind of computation this is? This is arithmetic computation because you have arithmetic operators, right? You have plus, you have into, right? And one more thing you have to remember, while writing variables for CUs, you have to look for those variables which are written next to assignment operator. Which is the assignment operator? Which is the assignment operator? Is equal to, very good, is equal to is the assignment operator here. So right hand side of assignment operator, if there are any computations done with respect to the variables, then you can write. Okay, if you have directly like sales is equal to 10 plus 15, if you have, can I write that? No, I cannot write because it is not variable. 10 and 15 are constants. You cannot write constant values here. Only variables you have to write. That is why I told you that is the second step. First step is numbering the lines in the program. Second step is finding out how many variables are in there in the program. So only 5 variables you have here. What we have declared, that is logs, stocks, barrels, sales and commission. Only 5 variables you have got. So with respect to 5 variables, you have to write predicate use and computation use. Okay. Now see here. See this line number 10. So in line number 10, we have is equal to symbol. So assignment operator is there. Right hand side of assignment operator, we have 3 variables. That is logs, stocks and barrel is there. So that we can write under computation use. So that is what is written here. See here, under CUs, we are writing for line number 10, you have to write logs, stocks and barrels. Understood? Because we have used those 3 variables for some kind of computation. Now we'll go back to the program and see again. After line number 10, line number 11 is if, so it will go to PUs. Next, line number 13 you see, this is line number 13. So we have assignment operator, that is we have equal to, next to equal to we have 0.10 into sales. So for sales, we are giving 10% commission. That is what it means. So 10% on the sales, what the salesman has done. So sales is the variable there. So you have to write only sales. You can't write 0.10. 0.10 is just constant. Yes, exactly. It is constant. So you cannot write. You have to write only sales. So now what we'll do? You go back to the program. Go back to where you were writing CUs, and for line number 13 directly write sales here. Here sales is written. Understood? Okay. Now again we'll go to the program and see where else computation is done. So after line number 13, see line number 14 is closing flower bracket, line number 15 is else if, so it is already written in PUs. Next line number 17 you see, this is what I was telling you about. This is line number 17. In line number 17 what we are doing, we have assignment operator. Right side of assignment operator you see, what you have directly 0.10 into 1000. So those two are what? Constants, exactly. We cannot write constants. So since you do not have any variable, even though it is computation, you cannot write it. So skip that. Okay. Come to the next line. Well, coming to the next line, see, next line you have, again you have, next line you have commission is equal to. So is equal to you have as assignment operator, then commission plus 0.15 into sales minus 1000 you have. So what variables we are using here? One variable is commission, another variable is sales in line number 18. So those two you have to write for line number 18. So we'll go to the program now. Line number 18 you have to write commission and sales. This one. You cannot write 0.10 even though it is there next to assignment, right hand side of assignment operator. Okay. Again, come back to the program and look. After that there is nothing else. Next page, again you have is equal to operator here. Even though you have is equal to operator, in this line what is there? 0.10 into 1000 is there. Those two are constant, so you cannot write. So skip that and go to the next line. Next line you have commission, commission is equal to is there. So commission plus 0.15 into 800. So those two are variables, skip that. You have commission. So commission you have to write. In what line? In what line? Line number? In line number 23. Next line number 24 also you have commission and you have sales here. So line number 23 also you have to write. Line number 24 also you have to write. So we'll go to the program now. So line number 23, as I told you, only commission. Line number 24, commission and sales. So this is how you write PUs and CUs. Understood this much? So writing the program, putting line numbers, from every line you have to put line numbers. After putting the line numbers, identify what are the variables used in the program, what variables you have declared, like int, float, double, or like that. What variables you have declared, you identify that. If those variables what you have declared is used inside any loop where decision is going to be taken place, like if it is true or false, if it yields any value like true or false, you have to put those variables under PUs. If any computation is done on those variables, you have to put those under CUs. Do not put any constants while writing CUs. Only it should be variables that you have declared, and that should be there right side of the assignment operator. Clear? Okay. Now, after writing PUs and CUs, next you have to write, next important thing is writing DU path. DU path stands for definition usage path. Okay, definition use path or definition use pair. That has also been called definition use pair or definition usage path. You can call in either of the names. So, while writing DU path, we have to first write the variables. So, I told you what are the 5 variables we are declared in this program. See, that is written in the first column, that is lock, stock, barrel, sales, commission. These are the 5 variables that you have used in the program. You already know this. Okay, write that in the first column. Now, next you have to write DU path. As I told you, definition usage path or define use pair. You can use either of the names. So for definition usage path, what you have to do is, so for lock, okay, for lock, you take lock, first variable is lock, where lock variable is defined first in the program and where it is used last in the program, you have to see. Understood? Where it is defined first in the program or where it is used first in the program, where it is used last in the program, you have to see. That is what DU path means. Okay. So that you can write using PUs itself, or you can see the program and write. Okay. In line number 7, can you see here we are asking user to enter the program. You cannot take printf statement. Okay. Printf statement is written only for user's benefit. You have to start from always scanf statement, because scanf means we are giving the input to the computer. That is why you have to take from scanf statement. So the variable lock is being used first here. See, ampersand lock. Okay, and it is being used last year. Sales is equal to lock into 45. This is the last usage of lock. Anywhere else can you find the variable lock? In this page it is not there. Go to the next page. Can you find anywhere else lock? It is not there. So first the variable lock is used first in line number 7. Last it is used in line number 10. Okay. So that is what you have to identify. After identifying, you have to write it. You have to write it for DU path. See, so first it is used in line number 7 and last it is used in line number 10. That is what DU path means. Next, same way you do for stocks also. You can write this using your CUs and PUs also. See, first your stock was used in again line number 7. Okay, then last it is used in line number 10. Same way, barrel first it is used in line number 7. Okay, last it is used in line number 10. That is what you have to write, indicate with arrow mark. First where it is used, write the line number of that particular variable, put an arrow mark and write where last it is used. So 7, put an arrow mark and you have to write 10. Clear? Okay. Same way we will do for other two variables. We'll do for sales. So where first sales is used, it is not there in line number 7, it's not there in line number 8. In line number 9, it is only flower bracket. So first sales is used in line number 10 here. Okay. Where is it last used? You have to see. So here also you have here line number 25 here. So first it is used in line number 10. So put line number 10, write it as a node representation, put an arrow mark and write again line 25. So first it is used in line number 10, last it is used in line number 25. Next you see for commission. Same way you have to see for commission. Where is commission first used? Here in line number 13. Commission is used first in line number 13. Where is it last used? Here. You cannot take, as I told you, cannot take printf statement. Oh, here, line number 27. So last it is used in line number 27. Like this you have to identify each and every variable. Where is it first used? Write that, put arrow mark where it is last used. Put an arrow mark and write. That is what you have to do. That is what DU, definition usage path means. Understood? Okay, if you are done with the DU path, next I can write subpath. Subpath means in between the first, see, locks first it is used in line number 7. Last it is used in line number 10. That is why we have written like this. This is the representation, okay. In between if you have used the same variable lock, in between if you have used, you have to write that representation. That is what subpath means. So as you know, first it is used in line number 7, okay. So in between if you have used anywhere, you have to check. Okay. So first we'll see for locks. First lock is seen first in line number 7. After line number 7, see. Here in line number 8 also you have used lock. So 7 arrow mark you have to put 8. Then directly nowhere else it is used. Directly at last it is used in line number 10. That is why you have to write 7 arrow mark 8 arrow mark 10. That means in between first and last usage, wherever that particular variable is used, that you have to write. I'll show for commission now. So commission is used in line number 13 first. This is line number 13. So write 13, put an arrow mark, okay. This is line number 14, 15, 16. Next usage is in line number 17. So put 17, arrow mark. Next usage is in line number 18. Write 18 and put arrow mark. So not there in 19, not there in 20, not in 21. Okay. Go to next page. So totally you have written 13, 17, 18. Next page, line number 22, 23, 20, next 24. Then 25 not there, 26 is not there, next usage is 27. That is what subpath means. So between first and last usage, wherever you have used that particular variable, you have to write it like a chain of nodes. Understood? That is what this subpath means. For every variable, in between first and last usage of that particular variable, where else have you used it? That particular line number you have to write it, use the representation of writing it in the form of chain of nodes. This is data flow testing. For data flow testing, again I'll repeat. First thing, write the program, assign line number to the program. For every line of the code you have written, put the line number. After putting the line number, identify what variables you have used in the program. In this program, there are 5 variables, and you have to write CUs and PUs. CUs means computation use, wherever computation is done with respect to the program. Whatever is written, right hand side of the assignment operator, you have to write only variables you can write, you cannot write the constants. Okay. PUs means if you have used your declared variables inside if loop, while loop or do while loop, you have to write those variables in front of that particular line number. After that, for every variable, you have to write definition usage path, where that variable was used first, where it was used last. Okay. Then subpath means in between the first and the last usage of the variable. If you have used that particular variable somewhere else in between, that you have to write. This is what subpath means. After writing this, you have to write the test cases. Test case writing, you have to write all the possibilities. Locks, stocks and barrels you have to write. Outside the boundary condition you write. Within the boundary actual value you have to write. Negative values you have to test. For all the possibilities you have to write the test case. Write the status pass or fail. Finally write the test case report. That is number of test case executed, passed and failed. This is data flow testing. I hope you have understood. Is there any doubts? Can you write this much?